What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Smackdown. If this is your first time here, welcome. Be sure you like and subscribe this content if you enjoy watching and talking about professional wrestling like I do. Let's just get right into it. This show was from Saudi Arabia last night, and it opens up with Cody and Randy Orton talking about the King of the Ring match, which I'm looking forward to the match. However, I hope Randy Orton wins. Two baby faces talking about, going back and forth. The banner could have been done in pre-recorded comments. They wasted a segment as far as I'm concerned. But, it's boring sometimes. Like, with two baby faces, I gotta be honest. But I hope Randy Orton wins today at Night of Champions. And then as far as the next segment goes, it leads into Solo, Sikoa, and JC Mateo talking in the back. And then the match with Jimmy Uso and JC Mateo was okay. I don't like the fact that Mateo was getting his butt kicked the whole time, and then just out of nowhere hits his finish. That goes with the no selling thing. I like selling. I like story. You should have, won with a roll-up out of, desperation or something, Because when that kind of stuff happens, you make Jimmy Uso look good the whole match, but then, you make him look weak by losing to the finisher just out of nowhere. I don't like how that happens. I just hope I wish that WWE or wrestling in general would stop doing stuff like that, because, again, it just goes with the no-selling thing. Anyway, Solo and Jacob wrestled today. I hope so. I hope Jacob wins. Solo's okay. He's all right in the ring, but to me, he's more of a tag team wrestler. I mean, they should make him and JC a tag team. I hope they, I want them to do the bloodline like the NWO. Just have everybody that was ever in the bloodline be together, Roman everybody, and just have the three biggest people go after singles titles, and then kind of mix everybody up in the tag division. I think that would make it fun. Even do Freebird rules. So maybe the Usos win the tag titles, but then maybe you'll be wrestling, Jay and Solo that night, or just any combination of people that are extras, in the bloodline. But I don't know if they'll ever do that. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I have on that segment. The match was decent. Like I said, he shouldn't have hit his finish out of nowhere, though. I don't like when they do that. So, I don't know. The tag division on SmackDown is okay. Comment below if you care about the tag division, because a lot of the teams I don't care about on SmackDown tag teams. Street Profits are good. DIY is good. That's pretty much all they got. Motor City Machine Guns, I used to watch them back in the day. I don't know why they're in WWE right now, because they're just, to me, they're just kind of they don't matter. They're not really over, I guess. I don't know. Just comment below and tell me what you think about SmackDown's tag division, because I really don't like it too much. It's not really that entertaining. Zelina Vega versus Julia. It was an okay match. Julia got the win. There's not really much more to report on that. It was just an okay match. Comment below again if you like Julia or Zelina Vega or that match in general, and maybe you're seeing something that I'm not. So, and I'd like to hear from everybody anyway. And then you got Alexa and Charlotte. The story seems forced, but it could be a good match anyways. But I just don't think that it's really going to be a great storyline, because Charlotte's really not over, and they're kind of holding Alexa Bliss back to, feud with her, if that's even what they're doing. Jade and Asuka, that could have been pre-recorded comments as well. They wasted a segment as far as I'm concerned with having them come out and then Naomi coming out. I don't know, maybe you guys like Naomi as being the Money in the Bank winner. I personally don't. I think that the way her character is now isn't really that great. it's kind of like, they just kind of buried the whole Jade and Naomi angle. Like, because they try to rehash the Triple H, Rikishi, Stone Cold thing. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. I like what they're doing with Truth. It's almost like a backlash for Cena turning heel constantly. The whole thing with Aleister Black, though, yeah, I don't really like Aleister Black. I don't think brings much to the table. I don't know why he left AEW, because it seemed like he was more over in AEW than he is in WWE. Just tell me what you guys think about Aleister Black in general, and again, maybe you guys are seeing something that I'm not seeing. That brings us to DIY versus Andrade and Rey Fenix. Great match. I love this match. And, this would have been a great opening match instead of the Cody and Randy opening. I believe that, they should do stuff like this more often, because it sets the tone for the rest of the program, Or they should have had the tag titles first, opening the show, because it's just, I like both teams, Andrade, Rey Fenix, and I like DIY, and I also like the Street Profits. So, hopefully, those matches should have been first, one of them, because I think that would have set the program off right. It was a little boring how it started, just because, of the two babyface thing. So, and then Punk and Cena had a recap, which is okay, I guess. Everybody knows the history of Punk and Cena, though, for the most part, if you watch enough wrestling. Again, the Ron Killing segment later on was ruined, in my opinion, by Aleister Black. He probably could have, re-signed. Yeah, again, he probably could have re-signed with AEW. I don't see anything special about him. Now, the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six. The match should not have ended that way. I think that the Profits should have just went over clean on the Wyatts. Honestly, the Wyatt Six needs to be rebranded, and they need to have Bo Dallas be a manager. They need to keep Eric Rowan. They need to put Alexa Bliss with them, and maybe one other person bring back Strowman and put him with the Wyatt Six. So it should be Bliss, Strowman, Rowan, and Bo Dallas as their manager. I don't like how they're doing it right now, because it just seems to, I don't know. I just don't have a very good opinion of the Wyatt Six, even though I love Bray Wyatt and what he did, all his stuff. But this just seems a little bit forced, in my opinion. So, but if you guys have a different opinion about that, let me know. Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, last woman standing match for the title. This match was a good example of no selling, because Tiffany Stratton has been getting whipped the whole match, and somehow, pulls it out. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the match, and I think it's bad storytelling, to be honest with you. And then the whole Cena Punk face-to-face was okay. Punk was funny in some regard, but he just wasn't, he's not good at, Cena roasted him last week with his own pipe bomb, and then he tried to come back and do the same thing to Cena, as the Dr. Thugonomics, and, I don't know, I just feel like it fell short. If they would have gave Cena a chance to respond, he would have just roasted him, so they just gave Punk the floor, basically. And then that's how the show ended. So, okay lead into King of the Ring, or into Night of Champions. I'm hoping Asuka wins the Queen of the Ring. I'm hoping Orton wins the King of the Ring. Just so we can get something new. I'm looking forward to the Karrion Kross match and Sami Zayn. I'm really looking forward to that match, actually, because I hope they give Kross a nice push with that match, or at least make him look strong, because he's been on the sidelines for a while, and I don't agree with that. I like Karrion Kross as a character. I think he's got a lot of potential to be really great, and hopefully this match at Night of Champions gives him that opportunity. Tell me how you guys feel about everything. Leave comments in this below, and like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one.
I go, my dog, I'm right here.